what
That's
to
a
answer.
fact. That's a fact. Yeah.
Oh, so what do you mean by amount? I didn't quite get that with you, Jiminy, earlier.
If you put a withdraw for say $500,
Yeah.
I'll let you guys
Okay.
take it over. Yep.
All right.
yeah, take over.
Richard
And what
Preston, all
happened? Yes,
good? All right. I'll just
yes,
be in the
make it happen.
background
Yeah.
for us. Let's go. Hey,
Hey, in the
champion.
background,
Hey, morning, Rob.
it's still only 9:01, so we still have 1 more minute.
All right. No worries.
Fix ourselves here.
Richard has got his latest video. Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I fixed my laptop so I can go straight to the screens I need now.
Oh,
And,
perfect.
Awesome.
and play that
Perfect.
2 minute video, that 1 minute 55 second that Antonio just released.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
Okay. Who's got it? Richard, you have it on your laptop?
I don't have that one. I have the short Surebet and the full Surebet. That's all I have.
Okay, let me see if I
I don't
can
have
get
his
that.
latest one.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get that. Oh man.
I wanted
All
to
right.
push that to the Telegram group.
Play that a bit later on because we, got new people on here.
No, that is later on. That's the last one.
Okay.
We don't need
Okay.
we don't need to be in the first. All right, let's see what we can do in the first.
Open the gates.
Yeah, open the gates. Okay. I'm ready. All right. Let's go. Thank you, brothers.
Everybody's in. Everybody's coming in. Yeah, there we go. That's very interesting. Two interesting cartoons. I like it. Welcome everyone to Tuesday evening. Tuesday evening in the US, morning in different countries. Most amazing presentation on a business model where everybody gets paid every day without fail, right? Pretty interesting presentation. So I think people are still coming on. So let's just wait for a few minutes.
Preston, why don't you give your just kind of overview of what we're going to be talking about?
I will give the overview. Yes, absolutely. Yes. So what we're going to talk about is couple opportunities. We're going to talk about the digital metaverse ecosystem. Okay. We're going to talk about the sports Surebet, sports arbitrage. Now, this is a business that has been around for over 100 years, and money is being made on every sports event worldwide through certain bets, which people normally do all the time. Fortunately, we have AI and technology working in our advantage favor and bringing us profits every day. It's a business that attracts business people who are just interested in passive earnings, not interested in community building. It's good for both categories of people. Then we talk about the token. The token is something major in today's marketplace. We are touching on a 3.5 trillion crypto market, and this is not a normal token. Compared to 98% tokens out there, this is a special utility token. If you look at the definition of the best tokens, it will say utility value. We'll explain why it has got utility value. The next is we have a no KYC crypto to fiat card, Visa card. This is number one in the world because nobody out there can give you a card without KYC, and you can convert your crypto, ATM, shopping, everything, because the main fintech company does umbrella KYC, does umbrella KYC for us. Of course, we talked about tokens, and next thing we talk about the entire ecosystem. So let's have Richard, who is in Florida, 81-year-old, very successful in the sports business. He's going to present today how you can earn a good profit sharing passively as well as community building. So let's move it to Richard.
Thank you for that, Preston. No volume. It's going to be a minute.
What if it were possible to win regardless of the outcome? That's Surebet, sports arbitrage with guaranteed profit. Our Digibot system scans the market in real time, finds the best odds, and confirms profit at the time of the trade. You choose. Trade with our free signals or join our pool and let the system do everything for you. Zero risk, 100% math, 24 hours a day. Digibot, Surebet, you don't bet. You invest with a predictable return.
My name is Richard Marks. I'm born in Florida. I spent 30 years in New Zealand, where I met my wonderful Kiwi K wife. We've been married 42 years. Came back here with our 3 children in 2001. I've been in network marketing and direct sales for 43 years. I've seen every kind of company come and go. I've seen every kind of pay plan come and go. And I have to say, I am more excited about this one than I have been in a long, long time, because the sports betting industry is a multi-billion. In fact, it's a $200 billion market. Okay? It moves billions of dollars around the world. With the right strategy, it's possible to transform this market into high-profit, low-risk operations. And when you think about it, if someone places a bet on Team A to win, and Team A wins, they make some money. If Team A loses, they lose some money. So it's basically gambling. You win and you lose, right? We have a unique software here that I'm going to go through that allows us to make money every day, 1 to 2.3% per day, regardless of the outcome of the sports. Now, we have to say from the beginning that a disclaimer that the information shared in this presentation is for educational and informational purposes only, does not constitute financial advice. Always do your own research, consult a qualified financial advisor before making investment decisions. So look at sports. We're talking about almost every sport on the planet, right? Basketball, tennis, volleyball, hockey, baseball, soccer, cricket, rugby. MAA is martial arts. I had to look that one up. Boxing, esports. I don't know what that is. Darts, snooker, table tennis, badminton, you name it, and handball. Okay, plus a few others that probably are not mentioned on there. As I said, it's just the betting side of it's a $200 billion industry. So I'm a little bit of background on our founder, Antonio Salas, because he is a unique character. He's not even 30 years old. He graduated in business administration from a Presbyterian university, MBA from another university, advisor to a consulate of Spain and Brazil, financial director of a political party. He and his father are both multimillionaires. In fact, he started his first company when he was 18, and that company was sold when he was 19, 8 months later, and he became a millionaire at age 19. That company continues to operate to this day. Okay. At 21, he led a technology team, and this is a key phrase here because he's had that same technology team with him for 9 years. So he didn't just wake up one day and hit in a basement, decide he's going to start getting into blockchain, right? He led a technology team to create a marketplace for retail groups. That company is now valued at $1 billion. At 23, he started his own company with that same skilled and experienced team of developers, and he focused on software development, solutions for retail chains, fintech, and blockchain technology. That's how long he's been in this industry, right? As an entrepreneur and owner of a company that's already created more than 70 marketing platforms, he have identified a new marketing opportunity, launching not just a single platform, but an entire ecosystem to meet various global demands. Now, tonight, we're just talking about one little part of that ecosystem, which is the Surebet technology. So we're going to, maybe in another meeting, we'll go into the full ecosystem. But right now, we're talking about Surebet. And he actually acquired the software. That means he purchased the software. He purchased the programmers, the people that sit behind the computers doing the betting, ... So it's known as Surebet in sports arbitrage strategy that guarantees a profit regardless of the outcome of the match. I'm going to read that again. It's a sports arbitrage strategy that guarantees the profit regardless of the outcome of a match. It's simple. You bet on all possible outcomes, win, lose, or draw, and no matter what happens, you make money on the difference between the spreads between the odds that the different bookmakers keep. Or to go that on another page, more detail. So if you use different bookmakers taking advantage of the variation in the odds, if the sum of the odds is less than 100, you have found a sure bet. It's pure mathematics, zero luck, zero opinion, zero risk, basically, The software does the betting. We don't do any betting. We simply make 1 to 2.3 per day on our investment, regardless of the outcome of the event. You can see why I'm excited about this, right? So here's an example. There's two teams here. If they place a bet for $1,000 on team 1 to win, another $1,000 on team 2 to win, and another $1,000 on a tie. Therefore, no matter what happens, right, they're going to make either 3,500, 34, or 33, and they spent 3,000 on the bet. What's the profit? It's 300, 400, or 500. It's just simple math. Results guaranteed in any scenario. Pretty exciting. So it's technology and automation, sports betting. We operate with proprietary software. We analyze thousands of opportunities per day. We operate with speed, precision, and safety. Ensures efficiency without human interference. It's technology plus mathematics equals recurring profit. Now, my boys, my two boys are millennials. They're 37 and 39. They've been heavily into the sports betting for about 2 years. I would say at least 70 to 80% of all their peers are into the sports betting. And you only have to go to a sports bar, of which there are dozens in every city, and they'll have special nights where they do fantasy football, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a market that's out there. It's not some esoteric, closed group of networkers or crypto people. It is in the general population. So we have a very simple compensation plan. It's called a uni-level. What that means is if I bring in an individual, I directly recruit someone, they're on my first level, I'm going to get 10% of whatever they deposit plus 10% of any redeposits or compounding that they do. If they bring someone in, that's to be their first level, they're on my second level, I'm going to get 5% on that. So it pays 4% on the third, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, half and a half, down to 10 levels. Now, those of you who know how the multiplication works in network marketing, 3 who bring 3 who bring 3, you get down to these levels here. You can have thousands of people, even though the percentage is small, you can have thousands of people down there on those levels. And we have a very, very robust back office. I'm just going to show you a couple of screenshots right here. I've been in this exactly a week. I joined last Thursday. I've already got 17 directs, 159 indirects, 176 total players, and my total team has deposited 10,000 in so far in that. That's my first week in the business. I'm pinching myself. It's pretty amazing. But, it's understandable because it has such a great appeal. So this is some of the transactions. When someone makes a deposit, they call it nominating committee. I don't know, maybe some reason why they call it that. So I got 3% on level 4. I got 5% on a level 2. I got 3% on level 4 and 5% on a level 2. Okay, so now this part, I have never heard of a uni level that had a daily residual. I and a lot of the people I know have been looking for that elusive residual income for years and years and years. Sometimes we get it temporarily, but it doesn't last. But anyway, this is a true residual because every single person that makes a deposit of $10 or more, by the way, you can start with $10, is earning a daily reward, right? Every day that they get their daily earnings, I'm going to get a percentage of those daily earnings on 5 levels down. 10% on the first level, 5, 3, 2, and 1. That is amazing. When you get to the thousands or tens of thousands of people, like I'm pretty sure we're going to get very rapidly, that could build up to a very, very huge residual income. So it's worth putting some time and effort in the early days. Get your people, get your front line in. Now, there's no limit to the number of front lines you can have right here at the 10%. If we were to draw a line across the page and put a vertical down from each one, it represents each person you bring in as a separate leg. In other words, there's no spillover. Those levels are created by that person's team, all right? But this one here is paid on your entire team in the first 5 levels daily on their earnings. This is absolutely incredible. So come to the next page and I'll show you some of those. It's called residual bonus, level 5, level 4, level 2, level 3, level 2. So I've got probably out of my 180 odd people, I've probably got 120 of them on the first 5 levels. So that means I'm getting a daily reward on 120 people already in my first week. So you can see again why I'm excited about this. We also have what's called a career plan. This means you get cumulative rewards as you reach different levels, and the levels are based on your production. That means the total deposit of your teams down to 10 levels. and it's cumulative. So when I reach 10K, which I have already reached, by the way, it's a $300 one-time bonus. When I reach 25K, this is not instead of, this is in addition to. So in addition to the 300, that's an 800 for 25K, 2,000 for 50K, 45, 65, 10,000, 15,000, 35,000, 50,000, and 100,000 one-time bonus. You add those. I haven't added those all up yet, but it's getting well over $200,000 in bonuses. So it's worth putting some time in here. We talk about a 90-day blitz in network marketing, but I'm calling this a 30. Anybody that puts in 30 days here, looking at what I did in the first week, you can basically, I believe, set yourself up for a really serious residual income, life-changing income. So the investment goes up to 300%. There has to be a cap on it, because if you're compounding and there's no limit, well, that's just not sustainable. So if you invest $1,000, once you've received up to $3,000, now that includes your commissions as well as your daily reward. All right. Once you reach that 3,000, of course, you've made 2,000 profit. You have to start a new deposit. Okay. So the yield is paid Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week, from 1 to 2.3%. So just to summarize, round it all up, more detail. It's investment. It's not betting. We are not betting. We're getting paid daily regardless of the outcome. It can't be called betting if we put some money in and we can't lose. We make money on it every day. Therefore, we're not gambling. We're not betting. Our clients are not placing bets. They're investing capital. Our professional trading team applies mathematical arbitrage strategies, the Surebet, to generate the profits. It's independent from any betting regulations. So any countries that say they have regulations about betting, well, we're not betting. Operation does not depend on whether betting platforms are legalized or not in the investor's country. What matters to us is only the difference in odds between the platform, which is where arbitrage opportunities arise. In other words, investors never deal directly with betting houses. Our trading team manages all that entirely. So proper positioning, it's not gambling, it's not a casino, it's not betting, it's a mathematical arbitrage applied to the odds market, just like arbitrage in currencies, commodities, or crypto. So in short, investors are accessing a high predictability arbitrage model executed by professionals, no exposure to risk of betting activity. We're paid 1 to 2.3% per day on our investments, regardless of the outcome of the sports event. So that's just a roundup summary, because some people say it's illegal in some countries. Well, this covers that. So the opportunity is there. First step has already been taken. It's in your hands. I believe millionaires are going to be made, and at a later date we may. Okay, there you have it. Like I said, it's taken off, and it's in the general public. It's easy to talk about, and I think this is going to be a real winner. Over to you, Preston or Quinny, who's
Yes, I was trying to get my find the buttons here. Okay, so that was a fantastic presentation. How you can actually capitalize on this sports business industry, which, according to the CEO, he says it could be long lasting. That is very interesting. If that is the case, he has a vision of a 10-15-year plan right now. So I hope it's going to really work in that direction, because the sports market is always there. So I believe there is a huge potential. So let me share with you a quick calculator on how you can actually maximize this potential. Again, this is totally independent. It's a class on the calculator. It's a tutorial. So let me see if I can pull up my slide and share with you some numbers. Okay. It'll be a quick one. So here we have a calculator. So the first scenario is we're going to show you how you can start with $1,000 in the sports Surebet system. Now, why am I taking $1,000? Because $1,000 qualifies you for a free Visa Platinum Business crypto card. Okay, with no KYC, you don't require a driver's license, you don't require your ID, none of those things, because these are decentralized systems. And as I mentioned in the beginning, the fintech company of the CEO takes care of the umbrella KYC because of their global presence with Visa, MasterCard over 8 years in the Brazil, Mexico, Colombian markets, large markets. So $1,000 is an example, and I'm going to show you approximately 1.8 to 2 point something percent. So let's round it up to 2% for the sake of simplicity, and that's $20 a day. Okay, $20 a day or $600 in the first month, and add another 20 days, you have your money back. So it's pretty interesting. And as Richard mentioned in the presentation, you get 3 times your money for every $1,000 deposited. That means you can use, after you receive 3 times the money, you can use your another $1,000 to create 2 more, right? 2 more profits. So this is one strategy if somebody wants to do this. And after this, you can do a 3-month model, or you can start right away with the 3-month model. That's your choice. So the 3-month model which I talk about is this. Let me see if you're seeing my current screen. Okay, good. What you do is you take $1,000 and you redeposit it 100% every day for 3 months. And when you do that, you accumulate a total value of 5,183. So assuming that is done in your 4th month, what you can do is you can actually continue that 4th month and take out 50% for your pocket, that is for your wallet, and 50% back into the trade system for the sports arbitrage. So I'm just taking 10 months here for. When you do that, you're creating a 50-50 model. You're creating a monthly of 1,700, and it increases as you can see this chart. You're also redepositing into the system the same amount. You're creating a perpetual continuous model, which I think is pretty exciting. So this is what you can do. And again, we are not financial advisors. We're just affiliates. You can choose to do what you want. This is simple calculator classes, pretty much. Okay, so that's all I have to share on the sports business industry. Let's come into the most interesting area, which is the tokens. And we have some experts on tokens on this call who could also share, but I will pull up the slide for you so you can actually see what's going on in this market. Why am I excited about this industry? Because for a long time, I actually was looking at the token market and I had no clue how to participate. I had no idea what to purchase, what to do, none of those things. But I know people who are making a lot of money. So finally, I got thrown into the token business itself through this ecosystem in a good way, in a very good way. So finally, we have a token which is called DGC. It's called digital coin. Now, what's important about this? When you look at tokens in the market, when you research, I was researching how to find the best tokens in the market, and I found out something which actually, let me see if you can see the screen. Let me stop the share and show you that so you understand where we are going with this. When you research the best tokens in the market, factors for choosing a crypto token, best crypto tokens, what does it say? Real world utility. Does the project solve a real problem or does it have a clear purpose? Absolutely yes. How is this token linked to this market? Because we are releasing 1 million Visa business cards without KYC. It starts virtual and you can use it virtually with Apple Pay and Google Wallet, and you can also order the physical card. So when people load this card or they pay the fees, they pay it with the token. So the token is going to have a high utility value, usage value, very, very high. And guess what? It solves the real problem. People are working in a decentralized area. They don't want KYC. So it solves the problem. So the token has got amazing potential. I have friends who are in the token launching business, and some of them have taken one of the token to $4,700 in 2 months. So I don't know what the value of this token is going to be, but I'm guessing it could be pretty high. And those of you who are holding it right now will be fortunate, all of us. So if you look at this graph, it's going up and down, up and down. There's a lot of buying and there's a lot of selling. Green is buying, red is selling, which is normal. When somebody sells, The price goes down and people buy with green, and then somebody sells, it goes down, people buy. That's a cycle of a healthy business, up, down, up, down, up, down. Right now, our token is trending up. That's very exciting. And I'm estimating this value could be over $10, maybe even $100 and beyond, which means if you're holding at least 100,000 token, you can multiply it by your numbers. You definitely are motivated to hang on to this industry and share this token out. I just got an email stating from another friend of mine. I just spoke to them about the token yesterday, nothing to do with this business. They text me back stating, hey, send me that information, what you were telling me yesterday about the tokens. So I'm going to send them information about these tokens, how they can buy it, maybe a couple 100,000 tokens. Guess what? They're spending money anyway on a tank of gas, $60 on a tank of gas. Does it really matter? It could be a winner for them, right? They're looking for financial freedom. So I'm going to send them this. So tell all your friends and relatives about this. Very important. Okay. I'm going to show the prices of the tokens right now on the quick swap. Right now. Oh, this is very interesting. This is very interesting, guys. Look at the price of the token. The price of the token right now for one token is 1,406. I remember last week it was for one USDT you could get 6,000 token. So yes, we are trending up. The moment it goes to 1 cent, 2 cents, Bitso and other exchanges are going to pick it up and launch it up like a rocket. Once it goes into the market, then it has a life of its own. That's where it goes into a 200-300 million market cap, and that's when our instant liquidity happens and we can have instant pay solutions for our whole ecosystem. So very exciting opportunity right here. Keep it going. This is a very unique token, as I mentioned, and the slide which I had in the beginning, it talks about the connectivity of, I'll just show that once again and then I will hand it over to the next person. Okay, so how is this all connected? When you promote the sports arbitrage business, you're actually promoting the token as well, because the same people will buy some token. The same people will have the Visa cards. And the usage of the cards is linked to the high value of the token. And in return, the digital bot staking, instant conversions are going to happen. So the faster we bring our token to a higher value, the faster the ecosystem is going to function and bring us all back to solid business. So we have a great opportunity here. I will hand it over to the next person. I spoke a lot. Who would like to?
Yeah, great job. Great job. I'm going to show how to actually buy the token by swapping on Trust Wallet. That's all right. Oops. What we're looking at here is a Trust Wallet. I'm going to scroll down and show you how you manage your crypto down the bottom. See that blue, manage crypto? That's how I turn the different tokens on and off. So at the moment, I have the ones that I want. See where it says all networks? I can click on all networks and just say choose just Polygon. And then those blue buttons, I can turn off and on whichever tokens I want. If I go all networks, it's going to show all the tokens that I've chosen. I can hide all the other ones. So at the moment, I've got Bitcoin, USDT, XRP, Polygon for gas, Bitcoin, and I should have DGC. I don't know if I want you to see how many DGC I have. That's confidential, all right? Oh, I don't mind. 22 million.
That's motivation.
Yeah, big time, yeah. So if I wanted to buy some DGC, I've already got some Polygon there. If I didn't have it, I would have to send myself some USDT Polygon. I've already got some. Okay. I also need a little bit of Polygon gas. $1 is usually lasts you forever because it's in the pennies, right? So I'm going to swap some USDT Polygon for, I've been buying a little bit each day anyway, and I'm going to go swap. And then that you can choose the arrows there can reverse the direction. I can choose which tokens by doing that little arrow. do that. A little arrow there shows me which tokens I can choose. So I've chosen that one. The bottom arrow but next to POL allows me to choose the destination, which is going to be, I don't want that one. And I've already got DGC up there as a common one. If I didn't have that, I would just look through the list and choose it. All right. So let's do $40. 83,000. That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
If I wanted to find out the price that it's giving me, I would take 40 and divide by 83,116. It would give me, I'm guessing it's about 0.0038 or something like that. 0.00038. Then I go continue. Confirm swap. Voila. Usually it doesn't take long to swap it, but it usually takes a half hour, an hour for it to actually appear in the balance. So if I want to get out of there and come back and check on it, let's go back to my home page and I look at my DGC and I look at my history right there. There's the swap. If I want to check on its progress, bing, completed. There we go. So there should be 83,000 more DGC in my balance. It doesn't always show up in the balance right away. I think usually I have to close Trust Wallet and come back in to see it in the balance. Okay, so we're advising everybody it's still low, even though it's going up, but it's going up pretty fast and pretty regularly. So we're advising everyone who's in the community, go in there every day. You can also do it on the DEX system rather than Trust Wallet. And go ahead and buy some every day, $30, $40, $50. It's all going to help push that price up. And somebody else is going to probably talk about the Bitso exchange. We think that is going to be a major driving force to drive this coin up. So over.
That's awesome, Richard. The next person we could bring is Brian. Now, you might be wondering, why are the same people coming all the time? Hey, why don't you guys volunteer to speak? Then we can have different people, right? A lot of people are just afraid. If you come up and say, I have some good strategy, I can share some good results, you're most welcome. Okay.
Thank you so much. And it's amazing to keep seeing how the prices have been moving. And we can see that if we look at a daily chart, we know that it's gone to a high of more than 50 cents. And today this morning at 7 Singapore time is 7:107. So it's on the way up, and it is gone last 24 hours. It has increased by a lot. And so since it was going up at 3, 4, 5, 6, and now 0.0007, more than 100% return for the last few days. So if those of you who have bought it early, congratulations to you. And you can see that the charts are on the way up, especially the person who has more than 20 million coins. Congratulations. And so truly, if we hold and know exactly when to buy, and of course, Crypto Beyond has been always advising buy on dip, and truly enough, those people who have done that are well rewarded. And today we can see that even the 1 hour chart, the range is already between 5.0005 to 0.0007. So it means they have gone up a notch higher than the earlier, and it seems like it is finding new support in that range now. So, and you can see the volume of it has more than doubled since then as well. So everything seems nice. and we look forward to it continuing to build momentum. I think the key word here is momentum and adoption. When people begin to realize, people can always agree and disagree about the business model, the choices of what's out there. There are many. So Surebet is one of the way, and you can see the new motorbikes industry that Mr. Antonio Salas has gone into. You can see all those things are not just overnight. It just showed up, especially when you watch the video. We got lots of it on being mobilized and utilized. And so every one of those movement of the bikes bring about DGC movement, stability, and sometimes we don't really understand everything. But I guess as an owner, some of the strategies, they hold themselves close to their chests. And even at times when we look at troubles, problems, we see it in every industry. And so, but the question is that we can see that the company is continuing to be resilient, the company continuing to innovate, the company continue to be around, the company has introduced many new things, like the cards and all that. We look forward to receiving them. And so, so yeah, a lot of exciting maneuvering to navigate through the charted waters. We can see politically, geopolitically, markets. We're different, different parts of the world. So I guess the company is beginning to understand the intricate of different geopolitical issues, markets that is happening, and the technology that is being used to adapt to that. So with that, I pass back to the host, and this is my thoughts, and thank you for having me.
Brian, that's fantastic. I want to share with you the reason we are promoting this opportunity is because we believe in this CEO. This guy is a technology blockchain specialist. That is his biggest, strongest point. He can implement business solutions so quickly. And let us see what his latest update is. Okay, so take it with strength, not with weakness, because this is his greatest power, and we are following his vision all the way to the top, taking this opportunity beyond the networking component, 1,000 times beyond, into the larger world of investors. So let me play the short video so you understand the latest update.
Hello everyone. Hello to the
Can you guys hear it?
Yep,
Okay.
we're
Bot
good.
community.
Yes,
We
we
started
can.
big week. We working hard on our ecosystem. This week we have one big news. We have our holding PDF. On this PDF we have all explanation about our different products, the coin, the Surebet, and the motorcycle. Okay, and our entire plan. What we do, this is in the first moment, we put digital products with the physical products, physical operation, put legality, put the contract, register contract to our investors, and this changed the level from this company, this changed the level from the leaders. Wait, because this week we have the big news, and then the next week we started the shipping the Visa cards. In 2 of the September we started the shipping these cards. This is a big momentum to work. The coin is grown up step to step. We don't stay nervous about this because we understand the market and we understand the size of our project. The second point is the people working on the Surebet have a brilliant results, fast withdrawal, all in USDT, and we put more operations to sustain this years and more years. Okay, every people stay here and work hard, make a lot of money with this ecosystem, because nothing, I repeat, nothing on the market have the same structure, the same plans, and the same idea we have now. Okay, we make a brilliant year, and that 2026, this is our year. Let's go, this is the moment. Thank you for everything.
That's amazing. It's already 9:42 p.m. There was one more video, guys. You want me to play that video? I'm asking Richard, and it's about the bikes. You want me to play that?
Yeah, why not? Go for it.
Okay, then give me a sec. Let me just make sure it is downloaded here. Yeah, it's quite interesting if you want to actually learn some updates of what's going on behind the scenes. So you can see the CEO is really committed. He's really committed to making this happen long term. So just follow it, because out there companies just come and disappear. You have no idea. They get stuck, they are gone forever, gone with their money, right? Okay, let me play that video. This is all about the motorbikes. We'll explain to you how that works.
Twice a day, 10 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern. Maybe at in the 10 a.m. tomorrow we can show the full motorcycle video. Basically what it is Antonio has an investor. He's bought 2,000 motorcycles from China. An unemployed person or anyone can rent one of those for $80 a week. And then they're doing Uber food, Uber delivery, Uber Eats, I think it's called, and they make $500, $800 a week, and we can participate in that by using our coins, our tokens, to purchase shares in those motorcycles. We're going to get paid every day. It's a brilliant scheme. It can be scaled to cover any third world country, well, any country, but in third world countries where they have high unemployment, this could be a great PR exercise, creating employment and income for those people, and money for us. So with that, I think we'll wrap it up. See you all at 10 a.m. Tomorrow morning. Okay, what we're looking at here is a trust wallet. I'm going to scroll down and show you how you manage your crypto. Down the bottom, see that blue manage crypto? That's how I turn the different tokens on and off. So at the moment, I have the ones that I want. See where it says all networks? I can click on all networks and just say choose just Polygon. And then those blue buttons, I can turn off and on whichever tokens I want. If I go all networks, it's going to show all the tokens that I've chosen. I can hide all the other ones. So at the moment, I've got Bitcoin, USDT, XRP, Polygon for gas, Bitcoin, and I should have DGC. I don't know if I want you to see how many DGC I have. That's confidential, all right? Oh, I don't mind. 22 million.
That's motivation.
Yeah, big time, yeah. So if I wanted to buy some DGC, I've already got some Polygon there. If I didn't have it, I would have to send myself some USDT Polygon. I've already got some. Okay. I also need a little bit of Polygon gas. $1 is usually lasts you forever because it's in the pennies, right? So I'm going to swap some USDT Polygon for, I've been buying a little bit each day anyway, and I'm going to go swap. And then that you can choose the arrows there can reverse the direction. I can choose which tokens by doing that little arrow. Do that little arrow there. shows me which tokens I can choose. So I've chosen that one. The bottom arrow but next to POL allows me to choose the destination, which is going to be, I don't want that one. And I've already got DGC up there as a common one. If I didn't have that, I would just look through the list and choose it. All right. So let's do $40. 83,000. That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
If I wanted to find out the price that it's giving me, I would take 40 and divide by 83,116. It would give me, I'm guessing it's about 0.0038 or something like that. 0.00038. Then I go continue. Confirm swap. Voila. Usually it doesn't take long to swap it, but it usually takes a half hour, an hour for it to actually appear in the balance. So if I want to get out of there and come back and check on it, let's go back to my home page and I look at my DGC and I look at my history right there. There's the swap. I want to check on its progress. Bing, completed. There we go. So there should be 83,000 more DGC in my balance. It doesn't always show up in the balance right away. I think usually I have to close Trust Wallet and come back in to see it in the balance. I should have written down what the balance was, right? 40 divided by 83,116.
So that's super
Oh,
simple.
wow, look at that.
Yeah.
0.0048. That's the highest it's been in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Creeping up there.
So what that means is people are getting less and less for their money at the moment because it's going up. So that's why I sent out an email to everybody saying, hey, I showed them that graph of it, chart of it going up and saying, hey, don't sit around. It's going up. Every day you wait, it's costing you more. Mind you, if it gets to $1, it doesn't really matter, but.
Right.
All right. Any questions there?
What about purchasing it from the DEX? Isn't there a way to get it like from Simple Swap if you have USDT as well?
Yeah, Simple Swap works. Yep. It's just Simple Swap's a little bit more complicated for the average person.
Gotcha. So this is super simple.
I used to use Simple Swap all the time before I discovered Trust Wallet. I'm still getting more familiar with Trust Wallet.
Right. Now, does this also, because if you do it on Simple Swap, doesn't it register and help the token raise, or does this do the same?
This is the same. This is buying it on the market. Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. You know what? I didn't know it was this simple. I didn't know you could just literally swap your USDT for the token right in your wallet.
You can have any other token like Bitcoin, swap that for the USDT and then swap it for the DGC.
Gotcha.
So
absolutely phenomenal.
They have Bitcoin, you can do that for them.
Right. Right. That is absolutely phenomenal. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, and he said they're asking everybody to go in and buy 20, 30, 40, 50 a day this way, and it'll keep it moving up. They want to try to get it to a penny before it goes on Bitso.
Right. Right. Absolutely phenomenal.
So that's two purchases for me today. So, all righty, congratulations, and you're on your way to some very serious money. Out. Over and out.